Hello guys, welcome back to the new videos of Coding Pie. Today I'm gonna show you that how you can build an application that generate MCQ questions. This is project 18 out of 50 plus AI project. This video you will learn about how you can apply NLP concept to build this application. Now without wasting time, let's get started, and if you were new to our YouTube channel then please hit like and subscribe button. So first thing first, what we need to do, we just installed all the required libraries which is necessary for this project. And here as you can see, I used to install NLTK and Gradio. NLTK stands for Natural Language Toolkit, which is used for text pre-processing, tokenization and stop word. And next I used to install Gradio for creating user interface. And here as you can see that I have already installed all the required libraries, so it says requirement already satisfied. Now quickly I move on to the next step where I can import all the required modules which is necessary for this project. And here as you can see that I used to import NLTK for test pre-processing, random module to shuffle MCQ questions randomly, Gradio as GR for creating user interface. From NLTK.corpus I used to import stop words. This will load the common English word like the, is, am, are. Next from collection I used to import counter. Counter is a tool that counts how many times each word appear in a list. Now after running the code I used to move on to the next step where I used to download all the required NLTK data. And here as you can see I used to download Punc tab and stop word. Punc and Punc tab are pre-trained model that helps the computer to understand where a sentence end and individual words begins. And stop words are commonly used to filter out the common words. Now after running the code I will quickly move on to the next step where I used to define a function for text pre-processing. And here as you can see with the usage of def keyword I used to define a function called preprocess where I used to pass one parameter, that is text. Now NLTK provide a function called word_tokenize. This function split the paragraph into the list of individual words. So for this first I used to convert the text into lowercase with the usage of text.lower function. So this line of code firstly convert the text into lowercase and then break the sentence into individual words. Now whatever value that comes after it I used to store in token variables. Next with the usage of stop words.words where I used to pass English. This line of code loads the English stop words. Next I used to convert it into a set for faster lookup, and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in stop_words variable. Next with the usage of list comprehension method, I used to remove number, symbol and stop words. And finally whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in word variable. Now after running the code I will quickly move on to the next step where I used to extract important keyword from the text. This is the core of the NLP logic. So for this first I used to define a function called get_keywords where I used to pass two parameters, that is word and top_n where I used to pass 10. This function is used to find the most frequent word from the sentence. So for this I used to call counter function inside the function where I used to pass word and then whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in freq variable. Next again with the usage of list comprehension method, this line of code extract only the most frequent word from the text by ignoring the counts and keeping just the keywords. And whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in keywords variable. Now after running the code I will quickly move on to the next step where with the usage of def keyword I used to define generate_MCQ where I used to pass one parameter, that is text. Now here as you can see first I used to define try and except block because this line of code protect the application from crashing. Now next with the usage of conditional statement, if not text or not text.strip function, this line of code validate the line of paragraph. Next with the usage of NLTK.send_tokenize function where I used to pass one parameter, that is called text. This line of code break the paragraph into sentences and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in sentences variable. And now next I used to call preprocess function which I defined earlier where I used to pass one parameter, that is called text, and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in word variable. This function will first transform the text into lowercase, then tokenize the sentence into words and also helps to remove stop words and symbols. Now again with the usage of list comprehension method where I used to call get_keyword function where I pass two parameter word and top_n equal to 20. This will help us to get top 20 most frequent word. And next with the usage of conditional statement I used to remove short words. That is why first I used to calculate the length of the word and ensure that it is not to be greater than 4 digits. Now together this line of code helps to get meaningful words and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in keywords variable. Again with the usage of conditional statement I used to define sentence length is less than 3 or length of the keyword is less than 4. This line of code ensures that 3 sentences needed for MCQs and 4 keywords required for options. Next, I used to initialize output variable which store MCQs as text. And I also defined another variable, that is count is equal to 0, which are used to track the number of generated MCQs. Next, with the usage of for loop, I used to extract sentence from the sentences and then convert it into the lowercase, and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored as sentence underscore lower variable. Next, again with the usage of list comprehension method, I used to filter out keyword present in the sentences, and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in candidate variable. Next, with the usage of conditional statement, if not candidates and then continue, this line of code ensures that if no keyword is found, skip those sentences and move to the next sentence. Next, I used to prefer longer and meaningful word as answer. So for this, with the usage of max function, I used to pass candidate and key equal to length. This line of code helps us to filter out longest word. Now whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in answer variable. Next, with the usage of sentence.replace function, where I used to pass 3 parameters, that is answer, underscore and 1. This line of code replace only the first occurrence and help us to convert the sentence into the fill in the blank. Next, I used to create good option for our generated MCQs. So for this, with the usage of list comprehension method and conditional statement, I used to create all possible wrong options by excluding the correct answer. And whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in option underscore pool variable in the form of list. Next, with the usage of random.sample function, where I used to pass option underscore pool variable and 3, this line of code picks the 3 random wrong options from the option underscore pool variable, and whatever value that comes after it, it is to be stored in options variable. Next, with the usage of options.append function, where I used to pass answer, this line of code add the correct answer to the options. Next, with the usage of random.shuffle function, where I used to pass options, this line of code randomize the order of the options and prevent the correct option always being last. Next, count plus equal to 1 increases the MCQ count. Next, with the usage of formatting, I used to pass count and quotient to the output. This line of code add the quotient to the output. Next, with the usage of for loop, I used to iterate options from the options. And again, with the usage of formatting, I used to add multiple time options to the output. And similarly, with the usage of formatting method, I used to add multiple time correct answer to the output. Next, output plus equal to hyphen multiplied by 40 plus backward slash n. This line of code adds separator line to the output. Next, with the usage of conditional statement, if count equal to 3, this line of code prevents from unnecessary pre-processing and ensures only 3 MCQs were generated. Next, again with the usage of conditional statement, if count is less than 3, this line of code ensures that the number of generated MCQs is always less than 3. Now finally, I used to return the output variable. Next, I used to define exception block. This block of code catches the runtime error. Now after running the code, I will quickly move on to our final step. Here with the usage of Gradio, I used to create user interface for this application. So for this, first I used to define a variable called interface. Then with the usage of gr.interface class, I used to call a function generate underscore MCQ, which is to be stored in fn variable. Next, with the usage of gr.textbox, where I used to pass lines and placeholder, this will create an input box for the text, and that is to be stored in input variable. And similarly, I used to do same for the output and store it to the output variable. And finally, I used to define title, description and theme of this project. And at last, with the usage of interface.launch function, where I used to pass share is equal to true, this line of code helps us to deploy the code on Gradio. Now as soon as I run the code, a public URL will generated. After clicking on it, it will redirect to the public user interface. And finally, here as you can see the complete UI of this project. Now quickly I used to paste the text inside the text box. Now as soon as I click on submit option, I will get the generated MCQs. So this is how you can build this simple MCQ generator using NLP. So guys, I hope this video is informative. Please do like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.